Hi guys, it's Christina from Redefine Creative, and I am super excited to be here today with a Traveler's Notebook process video. And this is for a series that my friend Suzanna and Simone do. And this is where they are showing you and teaching you strategies for using your supplies in the Traveler's Notebook format. And so the ladies asked me to choose 5 items for us to be challenged to use throughout the projects today. And so I just kind of ran through and showed you really quickly my 5 items, but they include pattern paper scraps, baker's twine, puffy stickers, tags, and phrase stickers. And so I have pulled out some of my leftovers and some kits that I haven't even touched yet from Felicity Jane. And so the main kit that I've pulled a bunch of things from is the Zoe kit. And then I've also pulled out this 12 by 12 cut apart sheet that you see me working with right now. And this is from the London kit. And so inside that kit, there were, on this 12 by 12 cut apart sheet, there were 4 tags that were already on there. So I had pulled out a bunch of different tag options and decided to work with these first. And so this is kind of where I start out, thinking that my photo is going to go on the right-hand side. And it's just a 3 by 4 photo of me using a Snapchat filter. And so that's the photo that I want to use, and I'm thinking that it's going to go over there on the right-hand side. And I know that I want to have some journaling because in my traveler's notebooks, I always use them in the format of writing a letter, either to my kids or to an object or to something. So there's always a letter included. So I know that I need to get that on there somewhere. And so at this point, I'm thinking that that's going to go on those tags. And I have that package of chipboard numbers over there. So I'm thinking at this point that what I might do is number those tags and use them to just write some thoughts as that part of the journaling in the letter. And so this is where I start. And the reason I left this in is because it is not at all even close to where I end up. So oftentimes when I am creating, especially when I haven't created in a little while, everything is just kind of a matter of playing. So that's why this video is a little bit longer, because I really wanted to give you guys a glimpse into what this process actually looks like. Because I know on YouTube very often we do a lot of editing and we make our videos look like, hey, I just laid this down on the page and it looks perfect and it only took me 4 minutes. And that is really not how my creative process typically works. So at that point, I was deciding I didn't like the tags where they were. I tried them at the top of my photo, and I didn't like that either. So then I started looking at this idea of layering them behind my photo. And the problem is the ones that I have are just regular tag size, so they're a little bit short. And so I know that I can cut some of them to be longer and show on both sides of my photo. But I really want this photo mat of all of these tags to extend all the way across that right-hand side and onto the left. So what that means is I need to take my pattern paper scraps and make some more tags. And so I'm going to take this pink striped paper and I'm going to make that a really long tag. So I used the tags from the kit to help me build the top little portion of my tags here. And then I left that pattern paper strip on both of those that I created really long. And then I can layer on top of that the tags that I already had that were pre-made. And now I don't need them to be nearly as long because I've found a way to extend my mats all the way to the edge of the page. So I'm going to go ahead and cluster up, and I end up using 5 different tags. So 3 of them are actual tags and then 2 of them I just created with my pattern paper strips. And what that's going to allow me to do is I'm going to be able to trim off the bottom portion of all of these small tags and extend them out onto the right edge of my photo. So there you can see I'm just tucking those little pieces that I cut off into the end. So it creates this look like I have all of these really huge tags on my page, when really it's one tag just cut into 2 pieces. And so that's a strategy and something that I often do. And it lends itself very easily to the traveler's notebook format because you are working on that smaller space to begin with. So you can definitely cut things apart to have part of it extend across that division of the spread, across the right side and the left side. And if you've watched a lot of my Traveler's Notebook videos before, you know that I love to have elements that extend from one side to the other. So I really play with my Traveler's Notebook like it's one spread. So now what I'm going to do is add a bunch of these little hearts. And so some of these were in I think it was in the chipboard pack. And then some of them were from that cut apart sheet. And so I'm also playing with this acetate word that says fun because I know I want that to be part of my title. I'm just not convinced yet where I wanted that to be. But it is going to end up going down here on the bottom left. And so that becomes one of my embellishment clusters right down by my title. And then I'm going to have one that's going to go over here on the right side about halfway down my photo and kind of extend to the bottom of my photo. And then I'm also going to have one up here on the top left. And so even though I'm working in this smaller format and working with the Traveler's Notebook instead, I'm still using those same design principles that I always do. So I want my 3 clusters, I want my visual triangle, I want to layer up different sizes and textures of embellishments. So you can see I've got some chipboard, I've got some paper hearts in there, I've added some puffy stickers. I'm creating all of those different elements of texture, even right inside my Traveler's Notebook. So I'm going back right now and I'm just adding some pen detailing around the outside, and I'm just doing a thin black border to kind of tie everything together. And once I get that around the outside, I decide that all of my tag layers need that little detail to kind of help them stand out as well. So I'm going back and adding all of that. And right now down in my title, I just have the word fun, and I know I want that little puffy sticker to be down there. And then I have used that little scallopy edge from the ephemera pack to create kind of a shelf for that word to sit on. And then I went back with some freckled fawn puffy stickers and added the word Snapchat. So my whole title is going to be Snapchat Fun, as well as a couple more little hearts down there. You can also see that I've added some baker's twine just to the top tag in my cluster. So it makes that one stand out a little bit different, and I'm good with that. I don't need baker's twine in every single one of those tags, because then that's all you're going to see on that page is this big kind of glob of baker's twine. So just adding one to the top layer kind of ties the look all together and insinuates that it would be located in all of the tags. So then I've gone ahead and added my little phrase stickers, and I'm using those to kind of frame my photo. So I have one on the top, and that one just says choose to see the good stuff. And then I have one on the left that says choose to shine. And then one kind of on the bottom left that says be you bravely. And then the one over on that yellow heart just says be fearless. And so I'm going to go ahead and add my little journaling letter down here. And I'm writing my letter to the Snapchat filter and thanking the Snapchat filter for the fact that it allowed me to be comfortable enough with my photo to post this picture online of myself with that filter on. I am not someone who typically likes to be in the picture, and so Snapchat has kind of given me a way to allow myself to feel brave enough to have some pictures of me that show up in my albums, but also online, which to me is important, and it's important for my kids to see me in the pictures. So Snapchat's kind of a first step in making all that happen. So I hope you enjoyed what I created today. Do make sure you stop by and check out Suzanna and Simone and what they created with these 5 items, and I'll see you soon. Bye!